Kenneth Hecht is Executive Director and one of the co-founders of the California Food Policy Advocates. The mission of the California Food Policy Advocates, California's statewide nutrition policy and advocacy organization, is to improve the health and well-being of low-income Californians by increasing their access to nutritious and affordable foods.
My name is Ken Hecht, and I'm with California Food Policy Advocates, a nonprofit statewide nutrition policy and advocacy organization. I want to tell you about research we've done on the impact that the federal commodities have on the nutrition quality of school meals. Why look at commodities or school meals? Because our children are in the grip of an obesity epidemic that threatens their health, well-being, and longevity. 1/3 of our kids are obese or overweight, and the number is growing. We have to take steps to change the environment in which this is happening, and school meals give us one such opportunity. In California, over 3 million children, half the state's school enrollment, eat a USDA reimbursed lunch every day. 1/3 that number eat breakfast at school. The school cafeteria, then, is a great opportunity to give children good nutrition and teach them in the most effective way what they need to know about nutrition for their lifetimes. Studies show that USDA meals at school are healthier than meals from any other source. But the School Nutrition and Dietary Assessment Number 3 tells us that they still need much improvement. A minority of schools is serving meals that meet all the current USDA standards, and the standards are years behind the schedule Congress assigned in being aligned with the 2005 dietary guidelines for Americans. In fact, at the present pace, the 2010 guidelines will be published before USDA aligns the meal standards to the 2005 dietary guidelines. So our study of commodities, under a grant from Robert Wood Johnson Foundation and together with Samuels and Associates, aimed to see whether commodities contribute to nutrition quality in school meals. Commodities have reached a level of about $1 billion a year and represent about 1/5 of the food on the plate. Over the years since the mid-90s, USDA has improved the nutrition quality of commodities, dropped some items like shortening, added some like whole grains and fresh fruits and vegetables, and modified numerous items, leaner ground beef, more low-fat cheese. But the problem is that the school districts persist in selecting mainly meat and cheese. About 82% of the commodities ordered by our districts are for meat and cheese. Fruit and vegetables amount to only 13%, and much of that is for potatoes. A second problem may be with the processors who, our study found, handle more than half the commodity foods that USDA earmarks for California schools. This is a likely source of the fat, saturated fat, and sodium and sugar that SNDA3 found to be in school food and which has been incriminated as a contributor to the obesity epidemic. As far as we can determine, USDA does not exercise oversight of processors in terms of nutrition quality. We urge the committee to examine the role of processors with regard to nutrition quality as well as food safety. School districts feel compelled to order meat and cheese because they want to make the food as appealing as possible, which many think means replicating fast food. In fact, school food resembles fast food a lot, the food that is contributing to childhood obesity. Because it is thought that this is the only way to get participation high, and it needs to be high to keep the cafeteria in the black. Our observations are to the contrary. If kids are given good, healthy food, they like it and they buy it. What are some solutions? As for commodities, expand the supply of fruit and vegetables. But the Department of Defense Fresh program may be disappearing, and it never has been very large to begin with. One idea is to add school breakfast as a basis for accumulating entitlement dollars, just as with lunch. The new credit could be earmarked for fresh food and for school breakfast. A pilot program in California has done just that and been evaluated with flying colors. Provide one-time grants to districts to buy refrigerators and freezers they need to store fruit and vegetables. Develop incentives for school districts to use their commodity entitlements on fresh fruit and vegetables, perhaps a rebate so they can stretch their entitlement dollars. One of the things that needs to be changed in addition to food quality is participation. So as the food improves, more children get to it. There are ways to do that. Moving toward universally free food, as some school districts are doing, improving the process of qualifying kids for free and reduced price meals by leaving anachronistic paper applications behind and relying upon readily available demographic data, bringing breakfast into the classroom, or serving it as the first class break as second chance breakfast. There's a lot of experience across the nation that shows that bringing breakfast into the school day makes participation soar. The result can be more kids eating better meals, learning good nutrition skills for their lifetime, and starting to slow and reverse the obesity epidemic. Thank you.